Okay, this is a country that has also gone through points of supremacy based on where you're from. When the Irish came to the United States, they are quite white. So skin color wasn't the only feature and whatnot. And then they were often denigrated because of the color and texture of their hair. Made them a little bit different. Not the white Anglo-Saxon Protestant that actually had the greatest control in this country. When the Italians came over, there were derogatory terms to describe them as well. Most people would not describe them as being a person of color. They're considered white as well. So we've had that challenge in our country that has not been limited to race, but also addresses issues of ethnicity and points of national origin. But it became easier when we think about it in terms of slavery itself. If you go back and read some of the old documents that describe why we chose African Americans to be slaves in this country, one of the reasons was, first, they tried enslaving Native Americans. There was enough physical distinction between Native Americans and those of European descent that were running the country to say that we can identify them, which will make it easier if they try to escape, easy to control, easy if they try to move around and so forth. The challenge with Native Americans is they were also very, very familiar with the entire U.S. terrain. They were, after all, we're here first. And so fighting a war with them became very, very difficult to be able to enslave them, though some were. It was still very, very difficult to do and to hold them. So it was determined that these people on this African continent can be imported into the country. Their physical differences are easy to ascertain, and so it's a lot easier to identify them, which of course makes it easier to control them. But again, that also meant we had to assign value to those characteristics. So then we had to say that, of course, they are less than human, which means that their hair texture is less than that would be valued by human beings. And after all, we are the human beings, those Europeans that were controlling the country at the time.